This was a punishment from the Middle Ages designed to prevent men from having descendants. The executioner would heat iron tongs in a fire. Once the tongs were red hot, they were immediately pressed and clamped repeatedly against the prisoner's genitals, until the prisoner was rendered incapable of reproduction. Then, the prisoner was tightly bound and secured to a torture platform. A large iron nail was driven into the back of their neck, positioned just long enough to allow the prisoner to raise their head to its highest point. Initially, the prisoner would desperately lift their head due to the instinct to survive. During this struggle, the nail would continuously grind against and pierce the skin at the back of the neck. Before long, the prisoner would become exhausted from the torment. The moment their head fell backward, the nail would pierce directly through the back of the neck and into the throat. This was a torture device designed in 17th century Europe for gossiping women, known as the tongue hook, or also called the silent hook. First, the condemned would be fitted with a specially designed iron frame helmet. A lock was attached to the back of the helmet to securely fasten it, preventing the prisoner from removing it. Extending from the mouth area of the helmet was an approximately 3 cm long strip with barbs. Once the tongue restraint was inserted into the mouth, the tongue became almost immobile. This punishment was primarily used for women who were deemed gossipy, unchaste, or challenging male authority. Even more terrifying, a bell was attached to the top of the helmet. Wherever the condemned woman was led, the ringing sound would draw the ridicule and humiliation of passers-by. This was a cruel physical and psychological punishment from medieval Europe known as the standing torture. The executioner would stack stones to confine the prisoner in a narrow, sealed space. The suffocating sensation, akin to being buried alive, would cause immense suffering. However, a small opening was left among the stones, to provide limited food and water to barely sustain the prisoner's life. The narrow, sealed space forced the prisoner to remain standing for extended periods without being able to change positions, leading to swelling and pain in the legs due to poor blood circulation. Moreover, sleeping in such a position was nearly impossible. Under the dual torment of prolonged sleep deprivation and the physical strain of constant standing, the prisoner would eventually succumb to death after enduring prolonged agony.